Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10. Which of the following is equivalent to the expression above? Actually, this is a solution of an absolute value inequality, and we have to find the absolute value inequality in the given answer choices, for which we have this component inequality as solution. Usually there are two types of component inequalities. One is a conjunction and other one is a disjunction. Okay, now let me consider an inequality, component inequality, that is a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b. I can write this component inequality as single interval, that is a single closed interval a comma b. So because we have less than or equal to over here and here, we can write this one as a single closed interval. Whenever I can write a component inequality as single interval like this one, then we have to consider this is called conjunction. Okay, what about disjunction? Let's consider that x less than or equal to a and x greater than or equal to b, and let's assume that a is less than b. Now let me draw a number line over here. Since a is less than b, a should be on the left side of b on the number line. So a, b. Now let's grab this inequality on the number line over here. Since x is less than or equal to a, now let's take a filled circle at a, because here we have less than or equal to x less than or equal to a, means we have to consider all the values on the left side of a. So this is a solution for this inequality. Now let's graph this inequality on the number line. Since x greater than or equal to b, we have to take a filled circle at b. Since x is greater than b, we have to consider values to the right side of b. So this is a solution for this inequality. Okay, now we can write these two solutions in interval notation. On the left side extreme we have negative infinity, on the right side extreme we have positive infinity, that is negative infinity comma a. We have to take closed interval at a because a is included, and so here this one can be written in interval notation, that is b comma positive infinity. We have to write union. So this is called disjunction. So when I write a component inequality as the union of two intervals like this one, it's called disjunction. Already we have discussed this one. When I write the component inequality in a single interval, that's called conjunction. Okay, now let's consider the component inequality we have over here, that is 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10. We can write this component inequality as single interval, that is 2 comma 10, the closed interval, because we have less than or equal to less than or equal to. Both the boundary values can be included, 2 and 10. So we can write the given component inequality as single interval. So clearly this is conjunction. Since this is conjunction, then the absolute value inequality must have less than or equal to sign. So if the solution of an absolute value inequality is conjunction, it must contain less than or equal to. If the solution of an absolute value inequality as a disjunction as a solution, then it must have greater than or equal to. Since the solution over here is a conjunction, so in the given answer choices, the absolute value inequality must have less than or equal to sign. We can reject A and C, because A and C we have greater than or equal to. So for these two absolute value inequalities, the solution will be a component inequality, which is a disjunction. It will be in this form. Okay, now let me erase all the stuff and continue the problem. Okay, now we have to decide the absolute value inequality in answer choice B or D is correct. How can we decide whether this one or this one is correct? For that, what we can do is we can write the boundary values on the number line over here. Let me draw a number line. Let me take the left side extreme, that is 2, and right side extreme is 10. Now we have to get the exact mid value of these two values. So for that, we have to find average of these 2 and 10. That is, we have to add 2 and 10 divided by 2. That is 12 divided by 2, which is equal to 6. 6 is the exact middle value of this 2 and 10. Now the middle value 6 has to be subtracted from x, and it has to be taken inside the absolute value. Already we know that since we have conjunction as a solution for the absolute value inequality, so the absolute value inequality must contain less than or equal to sign. Now what value should I take over here? For that, we have to find the distance between the left side boundary value and the mid value, or the distance between the mid value and the right side boundary value. Both of them will be same. So clearly the distance is 4 units. So we have to consider a positive value, the difference between this one and this one. So that gives the distance. The distance between 2 and 6 is 4, or the distance between 6 and 10 is also the same 4. That should be taken over here. So this is the absolute value inequality. Solving this one, we'll be getting this one as solution. So we find this absolute value inequality in answer choice D. The correct answer choice for this question is D.